time, please welcome to the ring your PWR Commissioner, Michael Roberts.
Well, fans, I'm glad each and every one of you is here tonight. We have a fantastic jam-packed show. I'm just out here to do two things. One, to wish you each a very Merry Christmas. And two, to at this time bring out someone who is going to address his fans and tell you what his third wish is going to be. At this time, I'd like to introduce Luscious Rocky Reynolds!
Thank you, buddy. Thank you guys. I just need to point something out real quick. I actually asked Jamie earlier, the guy that runs PWR, along with the Commissioner Michael Scott, if I could come out and address you guys tonight. And I want you guys to know while I'm talking to you right now, this isn't Rocky, this is Aaron, okay? For over 16 years now, I've been in the professional wrestling business, and I have spent 8+ years here at PWR. And let me tell you guys, it's a cliche thing said at times, but I'm telling you, we are here and you guys are what bring us back. We don't bring you back, you bring us back, guys. Thank you. And I just kind of want to back up, and throughout my career, I've had a blast. And from a little more than a year ago, I've been knowing that this day was going to come, my final appearance to come into PWR. And I just kind of want to back up some things. I want to thank all of you, of course, but I want you guys to also know that in that locker room are some of the greatest guys I have ever met. I have traveled the nation throughout 16 years, working for numerous professional wrestling promotions, and PWR, and I'm being honest here, is the favorite one I've ever worked for. Let me just kind of, I got to throw some sheets out there real quick. Just wanted to bring up a few things. Like, when I mentioned these guys that are in the back, the ones that come out here and give you guys a performance every month, I'm telling you guys know it's pretty rough what we do in this ring, but they go through so much battling with their bodies, traveling on the road. I mean, it's just something, my wife is a testament to that. Every morning when I get up now after 16 years, I can't just sit up out of bed. I literally have to roll out of bed. And once I get my feet down, my knees want to crack and my posture's bent over. I got to take a second to straighten myself up. But this is what drives us. You guys do. You guys keep bringing us back. And, well, let me shoot back and just give you a couple stories, guys. I want to mention a few years back, I got called by a little promotion called APWF. They asked me if I could come in and do some shows for them. I said, yeah, sure. So I go down there, and there was a brand new, young, green rookie guy just starting out. He'd only been wrestling for a couple months, and he wrestled with a character. He was known as a character as the Insaniac, which I always messed it up and called him the Insomniac. And that's how I shoot towards his work. No, he was an outstanding wrestler. He was a very respectful kid. And you could just tell that the guy was going to get good, and he has. His psychology has gotten great. He is outstanding in the ring, and he's turned out to be an awesome worker. And that is the guy that you guys know is big-time Bill Collier now. And let me back you guys up. Within my first couple years in the professional wrestling business, I used to run shows in Titusville, Pennsylvania. And there was this scrawny little short curly-haired Justin Timberlake kid who used to come down and always want to referee at the shows. And you could tell that the kid had a lot of heart, a lot. He really wanted to get into the business. He wanted to give 110, and he wanted to be his best. But the only advice I gave to him was, you better start putting on some size, because this guy was a scrawny little twig. And he has grown to be one of your hometown best, and that's Big League John McChesney. But let me lay this out to you too, guys. It was a little more than a year ago when I made the decision to finally have my final run. And that's a decision I knew was going to one day come. And there's a few things that factored into it, and I just wanted to explain this to you guys. All right, as well, first of all, it's a little bit of a, I don't want to say dark area, but I was in a little bit of a depression kind of thing. I just lost my dad a couple years prior to, and then a little more than a year after, my mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer. So a little more than a year ago, I'm spending my last few days with my mother. And I was still coming here. I was still doing the shows, but I didn't have the same drive. I was kind of walking through the motions. I was coming out. I put the whole Rocky face on, but it was really hard to get here because I wanted to be home with Mom. And then I was canceling off for certain shows when I was advertised to be here because I wanted to spend my last times with my mother. And then finally, I called up Jamie Scott and said, hey, listen, I need to take a few months off. And it was during that time. Now, my mother is just being a mom. Since day one, I got into this business, she has wanted me to leave. Why? Because she's just a mom. She understands that we get slammed, thrown, and near death at times, which I did come near death a couple times throughout my 60-year career here, and she had to go by and watch that. So wanting to, after she passed, thinking about how valuable life is, and having my two little girls now that are now 6 and 8, I thought, I'm 36 at that time, 37 now. I thought it's probably time I need to start thinking about getting out while my body isn't fully destroyed as it is now. And let me point this out to you, and all the workers in the back can definitely attest to this. I'm 37 now, but if you've been in this business for a good length of time, you are at least, your body-wise, 10 years older. So, I could be, just because of what takes place here, yes. You get beat up so bad, I probably got the physical body and the damage to it of a 50-plus-year-old. That's just how it is. So keeping that kind of stuff in mind, and I always told myself, I watch a lot of guys, and I know you guys can probably think of some. I've watched wrestlers that stay beyond their prime, that stay too long. They get boring, they get slow, they get lethargic, they get out of shape. I don't ever want to get to that point, ever. So I told myself, after thinking about it a little more than a year ago, hey, it's probably time. You're 37. Your body, I'm really feeling it every single morning. When this time of year comes, I feel a lot more. It was time to finally call it quits. So I thought I'm going to have one last run, and I'm going to take more bookings than I have in a long, long time. So I started getting every PWR booking that I could. I started taking bookings down south on a regular basis, and throughout this last year, I have had a blast. I've got to step back in the ring with so many legends that I grew up watching. Got to mark out one, of course, being one of the two of my childhood heroes, Acts of Demolition. I love that. But at the same time, is that cute? I'm getting boring. Are you guys bored yet? No! Oh, one last thing I want to point out, because I need to give these guys credit. Some of you know, some of you don't. I have a lot of pride. Years back, I used to have my own professional wrestling training school too. And there's some guys in the back that are guys that I've trained. We've got my old tag team partner, my current reigning and defending tag team partner, Bennett Cole. we've got AKA. And we have your reigning and defending PWR heavyweight champion, Omega, Aaron Draven. I just want to point that out because I'm so proud of those three guys because they are doing outstanding. And I'm hoping that, knowing that I had a piece to help them get into this business, that a little bit of me will continue to carry on with them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now on to my whole point, why I'm King Flint here, guys. I started taking more bookings. I started traveling, driving my wife nuts because I wasn't home as much as she would like to be, but she knew this is my final run. So, the opposite happened than what I was expecting. I thought for sure I'd get it all out, be burnt, gone, done. I can't tell you how much this has relit and rekindled the love I have for this business right now. So I'm going to be flat out honest with you guys, all right? Over a year ago, I announced that this day was going to come. This is my final one, and I'd be lying to you if I didn't say for the last 6, 7, maybe even 8 months, I've been having second thoughts. But, hold on. There's a lot to consider, guys. I mean, I understand. My love is one thing. My family's a complete another. My body, my health. And the one thing I always told myself, I'm not going to be that guy that's going to go beyond his prime. All right, now I'll give credit to Ric Flair. He's a legend, but come on, towards the end, he just didn't look like he should be there. Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. All right, is I understand my body's getting beat up. I understand it's getting worn down. I can't be the guy that goes beyond hill, and I'm not going to. If I can't hang with the best that locker room has, then it's time for me to hang with groups, guys. It really is. And this is a long thought I had. Sat down with my wife and talked about it. She's had her thoughts and thinks I'm strange at times. But I have not announced this yet. And I want the commissioner out here because I need to make sure it's cool with you. I have 3 wishes, all right?
Yeah. What are they?
My third and final wish, if it's okay with you guys, is I want to use it to test myself. I don't know. For the last 4 to 5 months, I have not known, and as I stand here right now, I also don't know if I should hang up the boots and walk away after tonight. The only thought I have, the only thing I could come with as I pondered what I'm going to do to figure this out, because it's killing me. I feel like I might have a few years left, but I could also be risking more damage to my body. And back and forth. Me and my wife talked on this.
One more year. 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 One more year.
Don't think I haven't thought about that. I have. But here's the honest to God truth, okay? I don't want to be the guy that is not able to hang with the best. So I sat down, I had a long decision, and basically it came down to me talking to Rocky. And I finally came to the conclusion on my third wish. My third wish is going to be to test my own self. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I honestly have no idea. But this test is going to let me know what I need to do. And so for my third wish, I want to test myself against the absolute best that PWR has tonight. And I know there's a lot of guys in that back that can be labeled the best. But there's truly only one way that the best here is labeled. And that is who, at the time, is holding the PWR heavyweight title. So, Commissioner, I want to use my third wish to test myself. And I want to match tonight against Omega, Aaron Draven. And guys, I honestly love the reaction. Thank you, I do, honestly. But it does honestly come down to this. Either I can hang and I can stay, or I can't hang, and it's time for me to hang the boots. Tonight, it's the only way I'm going to know. So, are you able to grant that final wish to me here tonight?
So you want a match tonight with the PWR heavyweight champion, Omega Aaron Draven, for the PWR championship? Yes!
Now, here comes the next part I need to address because, let's be honest, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be here again. I honestly don't. I have no idea. But last month, we had an awesome occurrence that took place, and at this time, I need to call out my tag team partner, Bennett Cole. Thank you. Okay, now, before I talk to you, I want to call another one of my former students. Can I have the AKA out here also, please? That's what I am so scared to death of missing, because that is what keeps us all. I'm talking about all the wrestlers wanting to come back here every month. You guys are great. Thank you. Now, Bennett, my man, you know we've dominated this place for the last 2-3 years. We've killed them all, brother. We are the longest reigning PWR Tag Team Champions. We hold the most title reigns in PWR. We've been a dominating force, and God, thank you for it, man. I've had a blast. Thank you. And again, my man, I've been watching you. I'm so proud of you, by the way. I've watched you for the last 3 years, just rising in the singles brackets. I've seen you tagging up, and you've taken these belts a few times too, man. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. But here's where we have a little bit of a problem. I think you guys might be able to start figuring it out here. Either I'm going to leave or I'm not. It all depends on if I can hang with the best. And yeah, I thought about the whole year thing. I really have. But I need to honestly know what to do. I do. And no matter what happens here tonight, and it kind of hurts me to say this, it scares me, either I'm going to get beat and I'm gone, or I'm going to win and I'm going to be the heavyweight champ in the singles division. So at that point, I won't be able to defend this with you. So of course, I had to think of someone I'm extremely proud of, that's been rising, that is grateful and deserving of it. So at this time, I'd like to present Paul Rivas. Yeah, right, Paul. Come on, Paul. Marcus Knight's infant child continue. Come on. And that's what I'm going to miss too, is being able to give the little cracks. I love giving jokes out. But no, man, hey, I need you to take this belt, stand next to Bennett as my two students keep this domination going in this division. I just have one question we need to ask the crowd. What names should they have? Any thoughts? Any ideas? You guys have no idea, huh? We'll come back to that. We will figure out county cards. Who knows? Something that they'll come out. Ladies and gentlemen, I honestly tonight have a lot to get ready for. So it's time for me to go back, get myself there, and hopefully not break my back, and give it everything I have tonight. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do. By the end of the night, I'm going to know, am I staying or am I going? Thank you.
Fans, let's hear it for Luscious Rocky Reynolds.